Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. Hope all is well and trust you're having a good morning. It is Friday, August the 23rd, and we are 30 seconds away from the open here on New York. 1 minute charts, VWAP, three sisters, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow with 2.5 standard deviation bands on that volume weighted average price. Let's start with the daily frame as we often do here. You can see that we have pulled back into this fairly key resistance area, dropped yesterday with a bearish engulfing candle engulfing 1, 2, almost 3 days of price action there. Certainly 2. Same thing happened on ES. Same thing happened on the Dow. In fact, the Dow engulfed 1, 2, 3 full days. And then today we have a bullish body, but an inside day, inside day, and inside day on all three sisters. But looking like we're going to push up here a little bit into the pre-market and even into the open. We are in fact open now, have been for 22 seconds. There's the first 1 minute candle forming. That will also be the 1 minute open range that will move out to the right for the rest of the trading session here on Friday. Freaky Friday. I often will give Fridays a little bit more time than Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You notice I missed Mondays there because Mondays I often give a little bit more time too as well. I'll put you on pause for now, guys, and bring you back, and we'll take a closer look at this as more candles print for us. And as you can see, we're pushing down here out of the gates. We have broken several 30-minute candles here. I'm going to put in a temporary zone here, an interim zone. Not going to jump on this. It can be tempting to just jump on this weakness out of the open range. Dropping down to the 30-second chart here for some more surgical detail. So far, pretty orderly here. You can see we're dropping on the NASDAQ, S&P, and we were dropping on the Dow. Looks like we're going to flip here again. I largely ignore the Dow, as most of you know these days. When I say ignore, I do have one eye on it. It's interesting when all three do, in fact, align and give us the same message back to the power grid. Not going to jump on this, guys. Tempting. If it runs away on me, I may feel a little bit of, oh, wow, maybe I should have taken that. But that's not the way to trade. You can see again on the daily, guys, what I call God here in terms of day trading time frames is very much an inside day with a bullish body. And so to consider shorts here out of the gate, just because we're dropped below open range, probably not the most resourceful thing to do. Higher time frame context, very important to me. Just going to watch this together, guys. Super patient here this morning. Three sisters above VWAP. This is what I call no man's land, by the way, between VWAP and the open range. Here, and even here on the Dow. And no man's land often means no trade zone for me, but not always. It all depends on, again, the bigger picture time frame and all that good stuff. Nothing to do here. Kind of flat and indecisive here on the NASDAQ. Firming up here, really respecting volume weighted average price here. I normally don't put a whole lot of emphasis on volume weighted average price until we get some more volume in the actual New York session, but when I see it being respected across the board, then I get more interested in that level. It's all about validation. What is the market saying to us this morning? How is the dance? What's the rhythm, the tempo, choice of song, footwork, right? This is footwork here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, right? No man's land. So very indecisive here, referring to the market. We are below EMAs, 9 below the 21, in no man's land here on the NASDAQ. We are slightly above EMAs on the S&P, but inside of the open range, and we are above rising EMAs on the Dow and above the open range, and of course above VWAP marginally on all three. So nothing to do here. All right, guys, the grind continues here above VWAP, and above VWAP. Going into news, we actually have news. Chairman Powell's speech in just over 10 minutes. I'm likely to just put you on pause, guys, and bring you back unless something miraculous happens here. I'll bring you back at 10 a.m. to see what happens on the release of that start of that speech. I'm not sure exactly what the format is here today, but But I think waiting for that is probably a pretty good idea. I'll bring you back then. So we got a bullish reaction out of the gates here for now. All right, guys, things are getting a little bit interesting here. Pulling back on the 1 minute chart. You see that there? Watching the three sisters, pulling back, back and back. Not so clean in the Dow, but I'm not really that interested in the Dow, quite frankly. Pulling all the way back now. Dropping down to the 30-second chart here. All right, guys, buy stop order. After this white candle closes, stop below the bottom wick. There we go, guys. Right here above this wick, just to make it clean to you. Right there. Stop below. Looking for 1 hour. I'll fix this marker in a moment. And I'm in. Oops. I'm going to move that. Undo. There we go. And I'm looking for 1 hour, basically just back to the high, a little bit beyond the high. This is a trend continuation move, guys. Impulse, right? Corrective down. I'm going to show this to you in the 1 minute so you can see it more clearly. Impulse, rejection wick. That's what I saw inside of that. Beyond the 21, 9 above the 21. Looking for a continuation higher. It's also a break and a retest of the open range in a positive moving average configuration. Here we go. I'm going to leave it on the 1 minute. I think it's a little cleaner in a way. Bullish daily, bullish 30. Inside day, but bullish body, of course, in the daily, guys, and it's pretty clear. The hesitation on following through here is a little concerning. This may end up as a charge, but we'll see. All right, guys, moving my stop to break even here very quickly to play safe. Given how uncertain these candles are dancing. We just hit the 50% mark right about there. Close enough for me. Especially given that it's also Freaky Friday. I'm okay playing it very conservatively here. This big rejection wick was key to me. Virtually tapping the open range. Positive moving average configuration. Big impulse, bullish reaction to the start of the speech and to the other news. And then this nice pullback, break above. I actually could have gotten in a little bit earlier, but no need. I think this is going to follow through without too much trouble at all. Of course, the bullish daily really powering this thing too with energy and torque. And there it is, guys. Thanks for being with me. That's one trade, maybe my only trade for today, given that it's Friday. It is 10:10. Hope you have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Talk soon.